Hello everyone, welcome back to From Mora with Love. Today I'm taking you on a wild ride through Romanian weddings, and trust me, they are nothing like what I knew in Poland. From last minute invitations to soup, alcohol, money and some really funny traditions, everything here is full of surprises. Some of these stories made me laugh, some shocked me and some, well, you will just have to see. So grab a drink, sit back and let's dive in. One of the first things that really surprised me about Romanian weddings was the invitations. Sometimes you get invited at the very last minute and yet everyone wants to be there, partly because that's when people give money. For us, the first invitation came in February from Anna's closest family, right after they found out she was pregnant. Suddenly, there was a rush to get married before her belly grew too much. It was a bit awkward for us, and honestly, I wasn't prepared at all. I didn't even have a proper suit, so on top of all the wedding expenses, I had to buy one quickly, just something affordable to wear. I mean, I was dressed like this in a tracksuit, so I couldn't exactly go to a wedding like that. Of course, women have to get a new dress for every wedding, so Anna got hers too. Then comes the money in the envelope. In Romania, it's kind of expected to give money at the wedding. Back in the day, people gave around 1000 lei. Now it's usually more like 1200 lei if you come with a partner. Later in August, we got invited by another branch of Anna's family. They came to Romania to organize their church wedding, which they hadn't had yet. They gave us this invitation early, and I thought, another wedding 2 weeks later? It was stressful to prepare, get money ready and make it all work. Another funny story was from a friend named Cyprian, who invited Anna and said, "Dacă vii la nunta ma, voi veni la a ta." It seems like weddings are almost treated as a business here. Everyone wants to make money and invite as many guests as possible. Even my father-in-law wanted to invite all these friends just to increase the number of guests and the money coming in. I thought, we don't even know these people. And then the biggest surprise, the godmother or nasi-ka. Oh my gosh. When we asked our friends to be our godparents, the first question she asked was, how many people can we invite? Câte oameni putem invita? I was like, wait, what? It turns out godparents can invite their own guests too? We agreed their parents would come and a few close friends. And here is the funny part, the word nasi in Polish literally means our people. But the godmother is called nasi-ka, which in Polish jokingly sounds like doing a little pee, robi siku. I couldn't stop laughing when I realized that. All in all, the invitations were a huge cultural surprise. The timing, the expectations, the money and the funny traditions. Another thing that really surprised me was the soup, or rather the lack of it at the main wedding party. In Poland, every wedding usually has a soup, most often chicken broth with noodles. I thought maybe the Polish guest can at least have some soup. But my father-in-law had a very different idea. Ce supa? Rușinos se ai supa la nuntă, supa se face a doua zi la petrecere cu ciorbă. I was shocked, especially since we were paying for the wedding ourselves and he wasn't contributing anything, but traditions are traditions. The soup actually happened the next day at Anna's parents' house in the countryside. There were two types, ciorba de penișoare, meatball soup, and ciorba de burtă, tripe soup. and they made it playful. We ended up rolling around the village in the wheelbarrows. Yes, wheelbarrows. My father-in-law even got a bit of lipstick on his face. Oh, ouch, ouch. It was hilarious, unexpected and totally memorable. Petrecere cu ciorbe, asta e viața adevărata. Then came the alcohol. In Poland, alcohol is always plentiful. Vodka for every 4 people. And if it runs out, waiters bring more. Guests often drink a lot, sometimes leaving drunk. Oh. In Romania, it's completely different. At the weddings I attended, there was just one bottle of nasi-ka and maybe a bottle of wine. Very few people actually drank it. I noticed I was the only one ordering vodka from the waiter. Drinks are served individually on request, not freely on the table. Nu știu ce să zici. It really surprised me how people can have so much fun without drinking a lot. Dancing and celebrating were the focus, not alcohol. Even at countryside weddings, people had an amazing time without overdoing it. For me, it was fascinating to see a completely different way of celebrating. Another thing that really surprised me was how money is given to the couple. In Poland, guests usually give gifts or envelopes right after the ceremony outside the church or civil office. In Romania, it's different. Money is given at the very end of the wedding, when guests are leaving. There is usually a special decorative box for the envelopes, sometimes cardboard, sometimes wood, often beautifully decorated. I joked with my father-in-law, maybe they want to see if the wedding was good first. And maybe there is a little truth in that. It was one of those small cultural differences that really stuck with me. So that's it, everything that really surprised me about Romanian weddings. Invitations, soup, alcohol and money. Each tradition is so different from what I knew in Poland, but also really fun and memorable. Living here as a foreigner, it's amazing to see how culture shapes the way people celebrate. Some of these things are hilarious, some are shocking, but all of them make the experience unforgettable. Thanks for watching, leave a like, comment your favorite part and subscribe if you want for more adventures. See you in the next vlog. Bye for now.